One of my first film cameras that I owned was the Canon AE-1, as most people seems to be. I bought it for about £40, maybe 4 years ago. It was fine, it had a zoom lens which I didn't really get along with, and the camera itself I didn't like that much, so took it to Hungary. And recently I moved apartments and kind of just wanted to get rid of this camera. I think I'd used it only once or twice, so had no real sentimental value to me, and I wanted to trade it for some films. So I posted it on a Facebook group, seeing if anyone wanted this camera in exchange for a few films, and I had one or two replies. One replies for bulk film, which I've never really used and wasn't too bothered about. It looked like it was just one roll of it. So after not really receiving too much interest, I decided to take him up on this. I thought I'd shoot this bulk film, and it was a lot more film than I thought. In fact, it was 40 kilograms of film, which I did the maths on, and it's 50 meters rolled, so I can get at least 28 rolls per bulk roll, which means 2,800 cassettes minimum. So that's kind of a lifetime supply of black and white film. One's perforated, expired in 1995, Fortepan 200. I've shot Fortepan once. It's a place in Hungary that used to make film, and I loved it. Super contrasty, really cool black and white film. And the other is Fomapan 400, which I actually also really like. I think it gives nice results, and it was expired in 2009. I've only shot the Fomapan and had that developed, and that came out really nice. I shot it at 200. And the Forte I have got in development at the moment, so I'll scan it in next week. The Fomapan's Unperforated, which is quite interesting, just that you can't use it really in any 35mm camera. You have to use it in medium format, so I've been using it in my Pentax 6.7, and the results are great actually, because you have that extra space from it being unperforated. I think when it comes to stitching, they'll produce some really high quality images, but the Forte I'm yet to develop and yet to see. I shot one in my Yashica, and I'm going to push that one stop because it was an 100 speed cassette and it's only 200 speed film, so I'm kind of want it 2 stops overexposed, but we'll see those results also. I think they could be really good, but I think mostly the unperforated film is of super high interest to me. It creates some really nice panoramas on the Pentax 6.7. I've got the 45mm lens as well, but it's so much film actually that I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot all of it. So as a little competition, I guess, or not in competition, just if you write your name, I'll pick 2 people and give them some bulk film anywhere in Europe. Just leave a comment, like it, subscribe, and share this with 3 people, and then yeah, I'll send you a bulk roll of film or 2. So enjoy. So as you can see here, the middle film is the Foma 400, which is unperforated. So light it off. So compared to 35, you actually get quite a lot of extra space for the film. So you know, a bit more pixels, a bit more megapixels you can capture total, and maybe a bit higher quality image then, and less stretch if you come to print it high. However, compared to 6x7, it's not that much smaller than a normal 6x7 image. It cuts it off a little bit, but the fact that it's unperforated, you get so much more area to capture some detail. I would say, just going off this and looks, maybe just over 30% smaller. I'd say 30% smaller, max. So yeah, you've got a lot of space to capture a good pano image, and compared to 35, I mean, it's just completely different. It's way bigger, so it's not too bad shooting the 400 like that. And the image quality, it's a bit annoying to stitch together. And I haven't done that yet when scanning, so I've only done one roll and I just did it quickly. But I think if you scanned two of these together, you get a pretty decent quality image.